Okay, now let's go through exercise 4B, 5B, 5B. For 5B is the same as the algebra question earlier. For 4 times h plus k, just put them together. 4h plus k, that's it. Just put them together. It's the same. Same for below. E plus f times 8, the number first, write together. Keep the same thing together, including the bracket. Same for the next one. 1 over 6 x minus y. Same for the next one. 1 over 3 a plus b. 1 over 3 a plus 1 over 3 a plus b. Same for the last one. Same as the one that I said earlier in the previous 5a exercise. R minus s over 7. Okay for this. Okay for this part. So I just want to show you something more. You see, this one, right? You can also write it on top. X minus y over 6. X over y minus 6. There is no number in front. There's nothing in front here. You see, in front here, there's nothing. I meant you compare this, you compare this one with this one. There's a number 8 here. This has no number. So technically, you don't need the bracket. You can just write x minus y over 6. This is also correct. You write like this, you write like this, both is correct. It's the same answer. Since because there's no number in front, you can, and the fraction you can write on top. If times a fraction, you can write on top. Right at the side and right at the on top is the same. If you write at the bottom like this is wrong. You cannot write at the bottom, only on top or at the side. Only on top or at the side. Okay, for this. So it's also the same for this. You can write this as a plus b over 3. Your friend might write differently as you, just leave it. It's the same answer. They write the blue one, the red one is both correct. So which means, right, same for the last one, you don't need a bracket because there's no number multiplied in front. If you have number in front, you must have the bracket. If no number, you can just leave it. Okay for this. I don't want you to get confused don't want you to get confused with the bracket. Why sometimes have bracket, why I don't have. If there's a number in front, you must have the bracket. No number, then you just leave it. Okay, for this part. Okay, question 2. Raju has S dollars, he earned T. He spent 1/5 of the total amount money on groceries. Then he spent 15% of the total amount. So then write down an expression for the total amount of money he spent on groceries. He he has X dollars. Actually you don't need to write the money. He has S dollars, he spent T dollars, he spent 1/5, 1/5. So this is the amount of money he spent on groceries. 1/5 of this. You write this is correct. You write this is also correct. Both is fine. You decide which one you prefer. Find the next part B. He saved 50% of the money. Find the amount of money he saved. He saved 15% of this amount of he earns. He saved between he saved 15% of the total amount of money. Okay, S minus T. He saved 50% of this. So what is this? So this 15%, remember 15 over 100 of is times S minus T, which just becomes 15 S minus T over 100. Then you see 15 over 100, if you press calculator, you get 3 over 20 S minus T. That's your answer. Okay, for this, that's your answer. Okay, the next one. So in the box, there are Q cups and R plates. How many cups and plates are there in 6 box? In a box, There are Q and R plates. So how many cups and plates are there in 6 box? So it's 6 times of this. This can be your answer. You see this? But if you interpret another way, 6 box, there should be 6 times of cups, Q cups, and 6 times of R cups. Is 6Q plus 6R. This is also correct. Both is correct. Both is correct. You see this part? Both are correct. So if you put these two together, you'll see that this one is to here times this times this one times this, which is over the operation here. Then you don't need the bracket. You see this part? Both is correct. This is just extra. The yellow part is just extra to show you that it's the same as 6 times Q, which is 6Q, and 6 times R, which is 6R. That's all. You can write both, or you can write either or. It is both are correct. Okay, for this, the next one. Uh, a tin contains B candles. Molly has 5 tins. She gave her friend 7 candles. How many candles does she have now? She has 5 such tins. 5 tin of B candles. She has 5 B candles. She gave her friend 7 candies. Candies. So she left with 5B minus 7 candies. That's all. So she had 5B in total. She gave her friend 7. So 5B minus 7. The next one. Sarina has D loaf. She baked another E loaf. Then she distribute all the loaf equally among 3 alternates. How many loaves does each alternate receive? She baked D. She baked another E. Then she distribute all the equally. Distribute equally among all 3, which is divide lah. Basically, it's divide 3. It should be this, but this should be a bracket because the total is D plus E. The total she had is D plus E. So it should be bracket. Then she'll just divide by 3 like this. Okay, for this, because both the D and plus E is together one, then divide by 3. So you need to be a bracket. Remember, start of school we did this. You need a bracket because the order is bracket first, then times divide, then plus minus. If I didn't write the bracket, I write this. The answer should be the order, the divide comes first. It should be D plus E over 3. You see this part? Then this will be incorrect. I'm, because it's not the answer. It's not the same meaning as the one you had in the question. It's after the question is asking. Okay, for this, just to take note of the difference between these two without the bracket. Okay, for this, so you need to add the bracket for this. Because the total is D plus E. The next one, and a box contains X orange. There are 8 such boxes. Then they are shared equally among 3 persons. How many oranges does each person get? A box contains X orange. There are 8 such boxes, which is 8X. Then shared equally divide 3%. So it's 8X over 3. That's your answer. Okay, for this. Okay, the next one. This one. So you see this. D times D. D times D. So D times D is D squared. Is D squared. Quick revision. D plus D is 2D. D times D is D squared. There's a difference. Power 2. So logically, the next one, logically, you see, uh, logically, V times V times V is V cube. V power 3. Not very well written. V power 3, a small 3 on the top right side. Okay, for this, so H times K square will just be H K squared, all put together. You see this? Because it all times together. 9n squared is just 9n squared. Like 9 times n squared is just 9n squared. 10 times q cube is just 10q cube. That's it. 8z squared y is just put together xz squared y. We want to write 8y z square is also fine. Both is correct. Okay, for this, then you see my z, I write like this. This is just to differentiate between z and 2 in case some of them they write wrongly. You see, or they didn't write properly. Okay, for this, okay, the next one. So write an algebra expression for each of the following. A square has length of p meters. A square has length of p. Each side is the same side. What is the total area of four such square? So the area of one square is p times p squared. So 4 square with p squared times 4, which is 4p squared. That's it. You see this? A cube has a length of k cm. A cube, the length is k cm. What is the volume of 3 cube? So the volume of 1 cube is k times k times k. Length times base times height, k cube. So 3 cube is k, 3 cube is k cube times 3, 3k cube. That's it. Okay, understand this part. Remember, area is length times breadth, volume is length times breadth times height. Okay, for this. Okay, and that's it for this one. If any doubts, can ask me in class. Okay, for this. Thank you.